You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece. This right here, this, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. But why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no messages, and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers? Who did that? Putting everybody in our bed.
Things escalated fast. Just days after Claressa Shields spoke about possibly having children with Papoose in the future, the situation suddenly changed. The same man she saw a future with is now facing cheating allegations, and the drama is unfolding publicly in real time. Many people are now repeating the saying, "You lose them the same way you got them." Critics have pointed out that Claressa's relationship with Papoose allegedly began while he was still involved with Remy Ma, and now some believe the cycle may be repeating itself. Adding even more tension to the situation, Remy Ma reportedly warned Claressa beforehand. She allegedly accused Papoose of taking advantage of the situation and hinted that he may have been struggling financially while looking for a new opportunity. At the time, many dismissed those remarks as frustration, but now people are starting to view them differently. Meanwhile, Claressa appears to be watching the situation unfold online with no way to step out of the spotlight. The controversy traces back to when Remy Ma allegedly shared screenshots of conversations between Papoose and Claressa, claiming she found them on his phone while he was asleep. Remy also said Papoose had fallen asleep during a call with Claressa, which raised suspicions, and that Claressa quickly ended the call once she realized Remy was present.
I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone. Immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I was just mad. She was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a game, she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You want to tell them, you know? You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whatever get you, they'll see. How do you think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this come upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Everybody included. It's my house. I paid for it. All 1.3 whatever it was, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I took care of the kid. I took care of it. I said, here, you go, you move over here. You're a piece of Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece. This, right here, this, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. But why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he does.
From there, the situation escalated quickly as Remy Ma accused both Claressa and her team of circulating false narratives about her online, while simultaneously presenting Papoose in a favorable light, and she also expressed frustration that Papoose had not publicly addressed the matter, saying she encouraged him to clarify the situation but he chose to remain silent. Eventually, she broke her own silence and decided to speak out directly, signaling she was no longer holding back, and since most people were unaware of any involvement between Claressa and Papoose beforehand, the sudden revelation sparked a strong wave of reactions and intense discussion across social media. Remy Ma and Papoose remained at the center of growing online attention as Claressa responded publicly, questioning why she was being specifically targeted and pointing out what she described as inconsistencies in the accusations against her. The back and forth continued for roughly a week, keeping social media highly engaged as users followed every new update in real time. And while Papoose initially chose to stay silent and avoid addressing the situation, he eventually broke his silence and released a response that directly referenced Remy Ma, adding a new layer of tension to the unfolding dispute. Papoose escalated the situation further by posting a photo he claimed showed Remy Ma getting close with Easy the Block Captain on Christmas Day, while stating that he was at home with his daughter at the time, suggesting that after he began moving on, Remy reacted by spreading what he described as false claims. He also said he had tried to manage their separation in a respectful way, but that things broke down because he refused to support a version of events he believed was untrue. Papoose additionally accused Easy of betrayal and referenced a past confrontation in which he claimed he had knocked him out, saying it was not about jealousy but about feeling disrespected, emphasizing that the situation, in his view, went beyond just a personal relationship issue.
Girl, $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to clear everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pat, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. There came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I caught her cheating numerous times since she been home. Tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years, years, and years. For the sake of my child. Everything will be fine, and you will still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, man.
Easy's earlier friendly behavior followed by what was seen as a betrayal made the situation feel even more personal, and what already looked messy quickly became more heated. Remy Ma later went live again to explain her side, which only added more fuel to the tension. During the live stream, she also warned Claressa Shields, claiming that Papoose was not being fully honest about his situation and suggesting he was relying on others for support. She further criticized how he had publicly portrayed their relationship as a model of loyalty, saying the reality was very different behind closed doors, and she alleged that he had been unfaithful during important periods of their relationship, making serious claims about his behavior while they were still together.
An expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have kids and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more. And then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm, 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids. I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't...
Remy Ma spoke openly and emotionally, making it clear she was no longer holding back, and observers suggested part of her reaction came after Papoose officially filed for divorce, prompting her to share her version of events rather than let the situation unfold quietly. In response, Papoose reacted again after her live stream and appeared more upset, claiming he had put his own career on hold to support Remy during her incarceration, only to later feel repeatedly betrayed. He further alleged that after her release, she became involved with multiple men, insisting that the problems in their relationship went much deeper than what had been publicly known up to that point. According to Papoose, the relationship with Remy Ma became so strained at one point that they even sought therapy in an effort to repair things, with him suggesting that despite the ongoing issues, he was still trying to make the relationship work. He also disputed Remy's claims about his financial situation, saying it was actually the opposite and alleging that she was the one dealing with money problems and often asking him for support. Additionally, there were circulating accusations suggesting that while Remy had publicly criticized Nicki Minaj over alleged ghostwriting, she herself may have received lyrical help at times, with claims that Papoose contributed behind the scenes, adding further controversy to the ongoing narrative. Even though Remy Ma's reactions have been viewed by some as emotional or chaotic, a portion of the public now believes she may have been justified in her earlier warning involving Claressa Shields, as new unverified rumors suggest that Papoose could be involved with someone else, possibly a younger woman, although nothing has been confirmed and the speculation is spreading rapidly online. Claressa, in particular, has faced increased criticism across social media since Remy's earlier comments, and the situation gained more attention after Claressa mentioned in an interview that she was considering starting a family with Papoose soon, only for the cheating allegations to surface shortly afterward, further fueling online debate and scrutiny. The situation involving all three continues to escalate with no clear resolution in sight, while online audiences remain sharply divided, sharing strong and often conflicting opinions. Some argue that Remy Ma is damaging her own public image by speaking out so openly, suggesting both sides should have kept their personal matters private, while others believe she is simply refusing to stay silent after holding things in for too long and is justified in criticizing how Papoose has handled the situation. At this point, the discussion has shifted beyond the immediate conflict, raising broader questions about what the ongoing rumors, if true, could mean for Papoose's relationship with Claressa Shields and whether she would choose to remain with him in light of everything that has surfaced.